This is terrible. Edo State is currently on fire after a TikTok businessman by the name of Chizi Benz was brutally stabbed to death by a group of motorcycle riders in Ogege community, Benin City. This killing has sparked riot and revenge attack by members and indigents who has sought out to target these Hausa Fulani people who are known to ride motorcycles. Houses, shops have been burnt, roads have been blocked. Multiple people have been attacked and killed. The death of Chizi Benz has sparked a riot, and it's unclear what the authorities in Edo State are doing about it. As at the time of making this video, it looks like it's only going to get worse. Security agencies have been sent to calm the situation, which leaves the question, what really happened? What started all this? Why did they kill Chizi Benz in the way they did? Now, the cause of this tragedy is still unknown, as there are two major versions as to what really happened. The first story that we heard was that Chizi Benz had made a deal with an Okada rider. He bought a motorcycle for this rider, and every month he was going to be paying Chizi Benz a certain amount of money till the money for the bike is fully paid for, and the rider, who is an Hausa Fulani man, can have the bike. And it was said that for the first few months of their deal, the rider was sticking to his own end. He would walk and come back and pay Chizi Benz some part of the money for the bike. However, in the last few months, it was said that this said bike man vanished and nobody heard from him. Now, this is the first version of the story. Chizi Benz then started looking for him and eventually went to the Aboki quarters, as they call it, in Ogege community to find the bike man, where he finally caught him, held him hostage and requested his bike back. This is what people are claiming led to this chaos. They said that when Chizi Benz saw the bike man, who had been on the run and had not been paying his own end of the game for a while, he requested the bike back. It led to a fight, and somewhere along the line, other bike men, other Aboki, as they call it, other Hausa Fulani people in that neighborhood, the motorcycle riders, started asking the guy, why is this young man attacking you and harassing you? And that was where they said the bike man spoke in Hausa to his colleagues that Chizi is a thief trying to steal his bike, and it led them to attack him, stab him and kill him. This is the first story we heard. However, there is another story coming up from eyewitnesses who saw the whole thing happen, and this second story is very different from the first one. And according to what they are saying, Chizi Benz was in a hotel chilling with his friends. One of his friends was supposed to come see him, presumably, and he was supposed to stop at the bike Okada quarters or something, like the Aboki quarters. He was supposed to pass there or stop there. It's unclear what it was, but when this said person, stops at the where he was supposed to stop and pays the bike man money, the bike man refused to take the money because that was not the money they agreed. It's one of those situations where you're supposed to pay like 500 naira and you're paying 200 naira, and so the bike man starts to demand his money be paid in full, and that led to a fight between the bike man and this said man who we don't know his identity. A fight started between the Aboki community, the Okada riders community, and that of this said man and other people who were witnessing it. And along the line, it was said that the fight initially was just a scuffle, shouting, argument, holding somebody, you go pay me my money today, you no go anywhere today. And somewhere along the line, they called Chizi Benz. And it's unclear who he is in the community, but I guess he's well known because people had a lot to say about him, which we will get to. But they called him, he drove down from his hotel, saw the chaos happening, heard what had happened, saw that they had beaten his friend or whoever this person was. He brought out a cutlass from his car and started attacking these people with the machete. And it's been made to look like he was the one who escalated the violence. And that was when the bike men or the Aboki men pretty much fought back using a dagger to stab him because he was using a cutlass to attack them. There's a video of a man being brutally attacked. It's unclear if that is a victim for Chizi Benz, but they say that is who that's the person. And it's also being said that the person and two others that Chizi Benz attacked are also dead. even though Chizi Benz may have died first, from what we heard, because the stab wound was directly to his heart, to his chest. He even died on arrival before he got to the hospital. You can check our Telegram page for pictures of the situation. Now, it's unclear which of this narrative is the real cause. I'm certain that another narrative is brewing somewhere. I'm certain that there's something about this story that we still haven't heard, given that this is just recently here, around the 28th of October. So basically, we don't know what led to this, but either of the version, it looks like these were things that could have been avoided. These were things that did not have to get to the level it went to. People are saying that Chizi Benz may have been motivated to do this attack because obviously this is his town and he is a notable person in the community, because clearly he was the one that they had to call to come and see what was going on, and when he came and saw, he took action. They also mentioned that Chizi Benz is known to be a fetish juju, like he's said to be, because his alias, his AKA is Juju Celeb. So people are saying that he's usually mostly fortified. He's always having, he has some kind of odeshi, that ordinarily the knife that he was stabbed with would not have penetrated into his chest. That they are surprised it did, because they believe that this man has some sort of odeshi, some sort of juju that usually don't let bullets or anything penetrate. So there is suspicion that maybe the dagger used to stab him was equally fortified, and there is suspicion that maybe he had done something that had tainted the juju that was supposed to protect him of some sort. I don't know how this conversation got into juju, but maybe because the Chizi Benz himself is said to be a proud and open juju celeb, you know, a juju celebrity. So I guess that is just one of the things that is going around. So in the process of editing this video, we got another update. So it's being said that about 16 people have been killed in total by the community boys who were retaliating over the death of Chizi Benz in Ogege community. Videos and pictures of some of the victims are circulating. We can't show them here, so you would have to go to our Telegram page to find them. The link will be in the comment section. And trigger warning is in effect. The governor of Edo State has finally visited the community to make peace. Some of the Hausa Fulani people have been seen being escorted out of the community by security personnel. There's a video of them being put in a van and being taken to a safer place per se, because at this point they are outnumbered, because this is not their community and they are at risk, given that about 16 of them have already been killed. We also learned that Chizi Benz, along with his friend, a boy named Tattoo Boy, both died in this tragic incident. It's unclear if Tattoo Boy was the one Chizi Benz was going to defend. It's unclear if he was the initial guy who had taken a motorcycle to the Aboki quarters to buy something when the whole issue escalated. So it's not stated. It is very possible that Tattoo Boy was the one Chizi Benz had gone to defend when all of this escalated. And according to sources, it's being noted that this issue is a long brewing one, that Chizi Benz had also had issues with these Hausa Okada riders in the Aboki quarters. So there've been tension already in the past. There've been issues in the past. There's always consistent issues going on back and forth with this community. The first story, it made the Okada man, the bike man, the guilty party. It made the bike man the one who was at fault. It made it look like he lied to his people that the Benz was his and that Chizi was the one who had come to steal it. So if that story is the true story, then that was a lie that escalated. And in the second story we heard, it looks like Chizi Benz came to, you know, exercise his power and his strength, bringing a cutlass to a fist fight, escalating the situation, because before he came, nobody had been caught, nobody had been stabbed. He just pretty much brought out the cutlass out of his car and started beating the Hausa people, basically. Started attacking everyone he could see, and when the people saw it, they fought back and stabbed him. So if that is the case, then it looks like he came and added fuel to a fire that was already existing and it caught him. But it's unclear which of the story is true. We still don't know yet. Again, another narrative will come up. Somebody, I'm sure someone in the comments is about to be like, that is not what happened. I was there. I saw it. It happened in my backyard. It happened in my fence. I was the one who pushed the bike. We were the ones there. I saw it. I know him. You know, everybody would have their own narrative because everybody feel like they know it all. But we'll wait and see what comes up again, what really happened. Chizi is dead, like I hear. I also heard some sources say that the initial bike man and the earliest people who started the fight are arrested, but other sources are claiming that two of them that Chizi attacked died. And some other people who were attacked by the angry mob, by the angry youth who had gone on a rampage to basically attack and beat and kill these people. You know, it's unclear the death toll. It's unclear how many people have been killed, how many people have died in this situation. It's unclear, and we just hope it dies down over time, which I know it will. It's Edo State. It usually doesn't last. These kind of situations, like we've seen in the past, 1 or 2 days, 3 days max, everybody starts to reflect on the tragedy and hope and move on for a better community, I guess. It's unfortunate.